Are you looking to relocate to Austin, Texas, and you just don't know what area is best for you? I'm going to share my ultimate guide on the best suburbs of Austin. We're going to dive into each area, pull out the map, explore some favorite restaurants, demographics, top-rated schools, home prices, and so much more. Whether you're looking to relocate or you're just curious about the different areas of Austin, stay tuned to discover which suburb fits your lifestyle. Austin has grown drastically, especially after 2020. Austin Metro has over 2 million people, with Austin alone being just around 1 million people. Some of these suburbs have anywhere from 10,000 people to over 100,000 people. Some of these suburbs have really great schools and attract different types of families depending on what's super important to you. Now, there's different price points, anywhere from the 300s to some of these houses can get up into the millions. So we're going to take a deep dive and see which neighborhoods and suburbs fit your family's needs. Hey guys, my name's Steph Bartone, your Austin local realtor. I help families buy and sell all over Austin, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you all the information that I have on the different suburbs of the Austin greater area. And we're going to take a deep dive into 7 different suburbs, starting from the bottom. Alright, starting from the bottom, we're going to start with number 7, Liberty Hill. And why this city's on the bottom is because it's still a pretty small hill country city northwest of Austin, about 45 minutes. It only has about 12,000 people in the city, and it's continuing to grow, but it has some top A-rated schools. So looking at Liberty Hill, we are about 45 minutes from the downtown hub of Austin. Liberty Hill sits up here. It's just northwest. It sits off 29 going into 183. And then the airport's just over here. So on any given day, you're probably looking at about 45 minutes to an hour to get to the airport and about 40 minutes to get to downtown Austin. Now, what's really cool about all these different suburbs is they're looking to build their own unique town with multi-use different developments, so you don't have to go into Austin. And you'll see throughout this video that there's tons of multi-use of each different city has their own little unique vibe. But with Liberty Hill, it's a fast-growing area. It is just northwest of Leander area, and also some of the area, like the huge community of Santa Rita Ranch, connects to the schools of Georgetown, the west part of Georgetown. So looking at Liberty Hill as a whole, the median home price is about $582,000. Your median age is 38 years old. The median income for an average household is $94,000 a year. And again, the population just sits over 12,000. Now back to Santa Rita Ranch. Santa Rita Ranch is the largest community in Liberty Hill, and it has its own schools. It's known to really have like its own community and lifestyle. It's huge. They're expecting to have 7,000 people alone just in that particular community. It has its own schools. It has 6 pools and more coming. There's parks and trails. There's multiple amenity centers. There's pickleball courts, and they host hundreds of community events throughout the year. So in a nutshell, that is Liberty Hill. They are looking to expand their downtown coming soon, as they don't have much of a downtown yet. But again, each city is trying to develop their own suburb area to where you don't have to commute outside of the suburb. Alright, now on to number 6 is Georgetown. Alright, Georgetown is just off 35 and really kind of fills out like this whole area right here and even up here. So this is all of Georgetown. You're looking at about 45 minutes to even an hour, up to an hour to getting into downtown. And I built my first house in Georgetown, and I used to commute to downtown Austin in the morning. If I left after 6:30, it would take me an hour to get downtown. All right, and then looking at where the airport is again, so the airport's downtown. You can actually take the tollway 130 that runs east and kind of wraps around Austin. So you've got 130, and that will take you about 40 minutes to get to the airport. And if you drive through town, you're probably looking more 45 minutes to an hour. So Georgetown has B-rated schools, and some of the areas have A-rated schools, but overall average is B-rated. The median home price for Georgetown is just about $500,000. One of the largest master plan communities in Georgetown is Wolf Ranch. It's a huge master plan, top rated community, and the median age for Georgetown is about 44. Georgetown also has a retirement master plan community called Sun City. It's a huge master plan community and has all kinds of different amenities. And with that being said, that being like a pretty large part of Georgetown, the median age is about 44 in Georgetown. The median household income is just over 97,000. And the population in Georgetown is 86,000 and growing. Georgetown has some really cool things to do, though. Georgetown has a really old downtown. It's called The Square. It's really neat. It's got some of my favorite restaurants like 600 Degrees, The Golden Rule, City Post, the Baked Bear Cookies and Ice Cream. They host different types of events throughout the year, like festivals. They deck it out for Christmas. So in my opinion, out of all these suburbs, this is the top 2 of my favorite downtown areas. Georgetown also has a really awesome lake. It's super pretty and has a 28-mile trail that goes all the way around the lake. So pretty cool. Not every city has this, but it's one thing that I love about Georgetown. It's very diverse as far as retirement and young families. Yeah, Georgetown is a really great city if you're a young family looking for something a little bit more affordable, or if you're looking to retire. It's also a great city to live in. So on to number 5. Number 5 is Dripping Springs. Dripping Springs is southwest of Austin. They have some of the best schools in the whole Austin area, especially if you're looking on the southern part of Austin. The one thing that the south end of Austin lacks probably is their schools. A lot of the schools that we'll be talking about are north of Austin, and Dripping Springs has really amazing schools. Parts of Dripping Springs goes to Dripping Springs High School and the actual Dripping Springs ISD. Some parts of Dripping Springs goes to Lake Travis ISD, which is also a top-rated A school district. Looking at Dripping Springs has seen a huge growth in median home price. You're looking at $625,000 in average. Now, there are some subdivisions like Heritage or I believe Big Sky Ranch that have homes closer to the 4s and 5s. Dripping Springs is still pretty small. It's a spread out city, but it's about 10,000 people. If you're looking at just the city of Dripping Springs, it kind of fades into some of Austin. Sometimes you think you're in Dripping Springs, but you're actually in an Austin zip code. A median income for Dripping Springs for a household is about $144,000 a year. The average age is 36. Again, it's a super family-friendly area for the A-rated schools, and also it's an easy commute to Austin. There's tons of construction going on right now. You have to think about that when you're looking to commute. So we're going to pull up on a map. Dripping Springs is in the beautiful hill country. It's really kind of like all this area. It goes almost into like the Driftwood area. And then this is the Y. There's tons of traffic right here as they're building an overpass, which hopefully will alleviate a lot of the traffic coming in and out, because the one thing about Dripping Springs, for the most part, coming in and out of Austin is only being able to commute on Highway 290. So to zoom in, this is 290. This is your downtown central area, and this is the airport. So looking at commuting to the airport, you're looking at, about 45 minutes. Dripping Springs has some of the favorite neighborhoods, which is Belterra, Headwaters, and Calaterra. Some of these neighborhoods, especially like Calaterra, has oversized lots. Headwaters is more of a super master plan community. Dripping Springs is also known for its hill country. So it's known for its wineries and breweries. It's only about an hour from Fredericksburg, and within the city it has its own breweries and wineries. I mean, if you're looking for a hill country vibe, this is definitely the city to be in. All right, number 4, we're going to speak about Leander. So Leander, we kind of saw it on the map earlier. It's northwest. It's in between Cedar Park and Liberty Hill area. They also have top A-rated schools. The median home price is $490,000. The population sits about 75,000. So Leander is definitely a lot more developed than some of these other suburb cities. It is booming. The median income is about $126,000, and the median age is 36 years old. Leander has this huge 116-acre park coming. It's called, or project, on the other hand, it's called Northline. It's going to be in between 183 and the Austin Community School at San Gabriel's campus. It's going to be 116 acres. There'll be multifamily units. There'll be townhomes. There'll be condos, apartments. They're going to put in medical, retail space, hotels, restaurants. They're going to have tons of parks and trails and lots of outdoor space for your family to visit and really just hang out and enjoy the outdoors. So the full project, I think it's going to be broken down into multiple stages, like 6 stages or more throughout the years, but it's not going to be fully built out to 2031. Now that seems far away, but it's really not. So again, Leander could be a great area to invest in because there's so much coming to the city. And here, we'll take a look at where Leander is. Leander is 26 miles from Austin. It sits up here on 183 as well. It is about 30 to 40 minutes away from the central part of Austin. You're probably looking at a 45-minute to an hour commute to the airport. A couple of the top communities in Leander are Treviso and Bryson. They've won awards for these communities, and they're just really amazing. If you're looking for shopping, you're close to Cedar Park. Cedar Park has Lakeline Mall. They have a shopping area called The Park, and also Whitestone area. There's tons of shops and restaurants close to Leander. Cedar Park connects to Leander. Again, if we look at the map here, Cedar Park is just right here. Yeah, it's a great area. It's developing, and in my opinion, it's one of the best cities to invest in. All right, number 3, we're going to speak about Round Rock. Round Rock is probably the most developed suburb of Austin, Texas. It's been around a long time. It is developed. It has a really cool downtown space. It has 2-story bars. They do live music. They've got restaurants. They've got a real cool downtown, and they continue to expand it. They are known for their famous Round Rock donuts. People travel here to Round Rock or travel up to Round Rock just for the donuts. They also have what I believe is the largest indoor water park in the U.S. It's called Kalahara. It's got a steakhouse in it. It's got all different types of restaurants. It has an indoor water park for your family. And it's also a huge hotel, so you don't have to, travel after having a long day. And it's just a really cool spot to spend time with family and friends. It also is known for the Dell Diamond baseball. The games are a lot of fun. The tickets are really cheap. They host events there. They do concerts there sometimes. The baseball games are a lot of fun. They've got a cool little swimming pool in the area for the kids and family to hang out if you're not really into baseball. But it's a really cool environment, and it's a lot of fun to something to do on during the week. Round Rock's population sits about 133,000. So it's definitely one of the larger, I believe it's probably the largest suburb in the Austin area. Median home price is just over $91,000, and the median home price is about $450,000. Now there are parts of Round Rock, especially if you're looking at a smaller home like 13, 15, 1,700 square feet, you can find homes in the 300s, even the low 300s. I've seen 290, 299, 315 recently. So you can it's definitely affordable depending on what size home and what part of Round Rock you're looking in. Also, a couple of my favorite restaurants. Sushi Nini is by far one of my favorite places. I travel up there for Sushi Nini. Jack Allen's, Salt Traders, Pint House Pizza. These are all Austin staples. Whiskey Cake is not an Austin staple, but it is a really great restaurant. And they have 2 H-E-Bs. There's also a subdivision / suburb area called Brushy Creek. It's known for its schools. It's a really great family area. It is very close to Round Rock. It's pretty much Round Rock. All right, so looking at Round Rock, we'll zoom in. There's downtown Austin. You're looking at about 20 miles from Austin. So Terra Vista, I believe, is where Round Rock kind of breaks, because Terra Vista is part Round Rock, part Georgetown once you get north of University. So this is all of Round Rock. It stretches out here. Here's the Del Diamond. Here's the Kalahari. Old Settlers Park. They do the fireworks show there. HEB Plus, and there's a ton of restaurants over here. There's a ton of stuff down here in La Frontera. And again, here's Brushy Creek. This is a really cool area surrounded by different parks. And you're looking at 33 minutes, probably closer to 40 minutes with traffic going into Austin. Again, looking at the airport is right here. And I would say it's about 40 minutes to an hour depending on the hour. All right, number 2 is Hutto. Hutto is a pretty small town, and it is expanded drastically over the last few years. Hutto being on the more affordable side, as it's, I think a few years ago you could buy a house mid 200s. You're looking at the median home price being $385,000. Now, again, you can still get a house close to $300,000 if you're looking at like a smaller family house. There's still some affordable homes in Hutto, as it's still developing. It's on the smaller side. Hutto only has about 30,000 people. The average income household amount is $105,000. The median age is 35 years old. Hutto doesn't have A-rated schools, but they do have B-rated schools. I do think it's because it's not as developed as some of the other areas. It's definitely like a newer, up-and-coming suburb. So one of the reasons why Hutto is expanding so rapidly now is Samsung just is building a huge chip plant about 13 to 15 minutes away from Hutto. It's in Taylor, which is just east of Hutto. Also, Tesla just bought some warehouse space. So there's lots of development coming up. Hutto is on the east side of the map, and there's tons of land. So if you know anything about east of Austin, there's lots and lots of land, and it's flat land. It's not hill country like the west side, and so there's tons of areas to build on. It's also close to Round Rock. You're only about 10 or 15 minutes from Round Rock. They have some great restaurants come into Hutto, which if you're in that area, you should be excited about, because there's not a whole lot to eat, or there wasn't a whole lot there a couple years ago. You're looking at Jack Allen's and Chewy's is coming. There's a place called Cottonwood Creek Brewery and Smokehouse is coming to Hutto. So different barbecue places. I think there's a place that's going to open. It's supposed to have a full bar, and it's going to be like a 6,500 square foot concert venue. So sounds great for Hutto. Now here on the map, again, Hutto is on the east side. So this is Austin downtown area. This is your airport down here. This is Round Rock, Georgetown, and then Hutto sits over here. So that plant is in the city of Taylor. And then it runs, so 79 runs through all the way out to Taylor and then runs into Round Rock. It's a pretty popular highway. And then, yeah, this is where Hutto is. So if you're looking to commute into Austin, you're looking probably about 40 to 50 minutes, if not an hour, depending on the traffic. Same for the airport. Now, the cool thing about being anywhere on the east side of 35, you've got the tollway 130 that runs north of Hutto, and it comes all the way down into south, close to the Kyle Buda area. All right, so for the number 1 city, and the one that you've been waiting for, is Kyle, Texas. It is south of Austin. This city is growing rapidly. Just 20 years ago, I know that sounds like a long time ago, but just a short bit ago, there was only 5,000 people that lived in this city. Now Kyle is about 61,000 people. And Kyle is a wide city, so it ranges from the west side of 35 over to the east side of 35, and there's tons of growth, there's tons of land, and there's lots of development going on in Kyle. So to start off, the median home price is $355,000. Again, if you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit outdated, even some new builds that are on the smaller side, you can find in the lower 300s. The median age is 31. The median household income is $75,000. With traffic, you're looking at about 40 minutes into Austin. When there's no traffic, It's about 25 minutes. So here's Kyle right here. So this is your central hub of Austin. This is your airport over here. Looking at Kyle, you've got Buda, you've got San Marcos. This is all of Kyle right here. Stretches over here to like Uland, even Maxwell area. So Kyle has a really cool development coming. It's called The Vibe. It's the newest and boldest project to design and construct about an 80-mile paved path to connect all the neighborhoods in Kyle on the east and the west side. And it's also supposed to connect to all the businesses, recreation, entertainment. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to connect everything from the east to the west side for easy commutes, to be able to walk, you can bike, and you can just kind of connect like the whole community. So I'm sure this project is years down the road as far as finishing, but again, with this development, they're looking at restaurants coming in like Outback Steakhouse, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Toasted Yolk, Tex-Mex places, BJ's, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, PF Chang, and all types of different restaurants. All right, so this Vibe project, from my understanding, it's going to be 35 and BD Road, and there's a bunch of open land over here. I believe it's going to be, I want to say, on the southeast corner. They haven't confirmed yet, but there's a bunch of land out this way, and I think that's where they're going to put the project. So I'm super excited, as I think that's something really cool that's going to come to Kyle. So there you have it. We went over through the top 7 suburbs around the Austin area. I hope you got something out of this. Let me know what your favorite suburb is. Let me know if you have any questions about these different suburbs. I have a relocation guide in the description below. Again, my name's Steph Bartone, your local realtor. I'm happy to help with any questions that you have if you're looking to move to the Austin area, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, or relocate. I'm here for you. My phone number and email is in the description. And please call, text, or email me, and I'll see you on the next video.